Hi there, it's Michelle from CNC Designs. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in New Zealand, and I'm bringing you another Global Monthly Video Hub. So myself and demonstrators from around the world get together once a month to do videos based on a theme to share with everyone. And so this month's theme is Funfold. So before I forget, in the description below, I will list, I'll put the links to all the other demonstrators videos that are participating this month. So you can hop along to the other videos to see what great fun folds they have in store for you. I will also be putting a list of the products that I'm showing and using in today's video below. So if you wish to order them, you can see the product codes and make it easy to order. If you're in New Zealand and don't already have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I'd love to be yours. And you can go to my website, michellekritchley.stampinup.net, and click there to see all the current products. You can order directly from there, or you can find my contact details to send me a message if you'd like to order, or if you live nearby Tuakau, you're welcome to come to my classes. I have weekly classes and sometimes once a month, and my events are on my website as well. So, Funfold. This month, I'm actually going to showcase a kit that you can get from Stampin' Up! The kits are not shown in the main catalog. You can only see them online. They're part of our online exclusive products. So if you go to the website and click on Kit Collection, you'll see the current kits. You can also click on online exclusives and see products that you can only purchase online, and it does show some of the kits. At the end of the video, I will show another version of this Funfold that was made without a kit. It was made with online-only products. So if you want to copy that one, you will need to order the products online. And saying online exclusives, that means it's not in any printed publication, but you can contact me directly to order anything that you see online if you just tell me the product or the product code. You don't have to physically order it online. That's just where you can view it. So the kit today that I'm showing is called the Best Destination Kit. Now this kit is actually includes an interesting fold in it, but I'm going to create an alternative version of the cards in the kit to show you another way to do a fun fold. It's called a Z fold, or if you're in the countries that speak a different version of English, they call it a Z fold, because the letter Z, for me, American born, is pronounced Z. So Z fold or Z fold is what I'm going to show you. This kit doesn't have that type of fold, but I'm going to modify it. So the Best Destination Kit is really cute. Has everything you need in the kit: adhesives, inks, stamps, etc., and everything that you see there. The nice thing is the instructions unfold like that. So on the base of it, it shows you what you need for each of the cards. So the card base and the other items you need. They don't have any written words on here to tell you how to do it. It's just visual, which is good because you can use it for any country if English is not your main language. And then when you unfold it, it shows you how to do each card. So you need the base, shows you which stamps you need. It also comes with blocks and the ink. So the ink spot to stamp up the different parts of it, shows you what you need to stick it together, how much of the cord to cut, which it comes with. So the only thing you really need are scissors. The little dots here are dimensionals, which it comes with some dimensionals. The little black dot there is a glue dot, and it comes with glue dots. So this shows you how to make the cards traditionally as it is in the kit. It also tells you, so that shows everything in the kit, and it tells you what you need extras and what colors it coordinates with. So if you want to make some different types of coordinating cards or paper crafts with it. The really nice thing with this, they all come with envelopes. If you buy a kit that has cards, it comes with envelopes, but these are beautifully decorated envelopes. So I'll just quickly show you what's in the kit. So your kits come in a lovely sturdy box, so convenient for traveling. take away, or even as a gift to a crafty person. It's all ready to wrap up. Then in the kit, you get, as I said, you get a block. You get an ink spot. So this one is Gorgeous Grape, but I'm just using my ink pad, so I haven't even opened this ink spot. Sometimes I'll use the spots if I'm stamping up small stamps, or I sometimes give them away to customers at special events. The other things you'll find in the kit are some dimensionals, some glue dots. So those little things there are glue dots. They're smaller than our normal version of glue dots. So they have paper on one side and it's sticky on both sides of that. You pull the paper off, and some twine. Now I'm just going to use my own glue dots and twines and every twine for my own supply, but that comes in the kit. You also, this kit here is a stamping one, so you get a selection of stamps to use. And then you get the bases of your cards, which I've used some of them, so you're not going to see all of them. So this one, as I said, is a fun fold card. So it's quite a big card and it folds into thirds. You pop out the sections here to make the fronts show up. I believe this kit does 9 cards, so you do 3 of each. So we have our lovely sunset one. We have this one I've already popped out, the ocean voyage one, and then the lovely train one. So that's, I believe, a train going through, stylized train. And then it has the bits that you pop out to use on your cards, the bits that you use for the sentiments. And as I said, it has some really beautiful envelopes that go along with each of the cards. So we got our palm trees, we got some mountains, and some water. And you can even cut these images out and use them on another card. So there's lots of different things you can do with the kits. You don't have to make the cards exactly as shown. You can change it up and make it however you like. So I'm going to hold the words out to do the alternative version. So I'll first show you how the regular version is. So here is the one with the car. So you got like that peek through, you open it up, you have that lovely scene, and then you open it up, you can write your message. Now what I thought was a bit odd is you don't really see the back of it. So they've decorated the whole card base, but the way it folds up, you're only seeing the front and the third panel, not the back panel. I guess if you were to display it, you could possibly display it on the table like that, but you don't get to see that back card. So that's where I came up with my alternative idea. So that's how the card, car card is supposed to be. And I don't know if you can see, these cards actually have some little shiny embossed areas. So here it's the clouds. You can see the clouds shimmering, a little bit of shimmer there. Oops, sorry. This one with the mountains is happiness is the best destination. There's the train going to the little village you can see in the distance, and you stamp some stars and the moon. I think I went overboard with the stars. And you can open it up. There's the village, but once again, and then you can open it to see the inside. But once again, you've got trees and stuff on the back that you're not going to see. Here, the shimmery part, I think you can see, are the mountains. See the tops of the mountains. The snow is shimmering on that card. So that's how that card is meant to be done. I'll leave the cards here. Maybe you can see them. And then the third card, which has the lovely water envelope. So there's the sailboat. So with the sailboat, you've got life is, I put life is a journey, and the travel it well. You got some clouds that you can put on there, your little sailboat. If you have a look closely, see the water shimmers on this one. And you open it up to write your message. Once again, we have this lovely scene on the back that you don't really see, because if it's standing normally on the table to view, it's like that. So I didn't want to waste the beauty behind the back of all these cards, so I came up with a fun fold to make sure we can do these cards, see these cards. So here's the first one. I've already done a couple, and then I'll do one with you, step you through so you can see how it's done. So there you go. This is the car one. You can already see the background is slightly different. if you're looking through the opening. And that's because I cut the card and I bent over one side of it to make the Z fold. So that's why it's a Z or a Z fold. See, which way do we do a Z that way? Okay, there. So you can see the Z fold it that way. So this is still all the same pieces. Everything was from the kit. I didn't add anything except for my scissors. So this one, you see the village, and I've changed it up. I've got Life's a Journey down at the bottom instead of that little bit there. And then when you open it up, I still use the same tag there, but I put Travel It Well, so it opens like that. And then when it sits like this, and you can kind of see through, or if you open it all the way, you see the whole picture. So you're not losing those lovely trees on the back when it's displayed. So that's my modification for that card. Then I modified the train one. So here's the train there, and there's the train there. So the difference, the front, I put mainly the same things. I got my moon, my stars, and the same sentiment. You have the train. Now the train, it's going into, it's actually trees. It almost looks like a big tunnel. And then you open it this way, and then you can see the village in the background. And these are the big trees that we were seeing before. Now, difference here is when I cut it, this is the back part of the train. But when you're looking at it this way, you don't really notice that that's the back part of the train. So that's the back of the card, which you weren't seeing before. So there's your card here. You open it up. And to write on these cards, you could either write on this section or on the back. So that's the card modified for a Z fold. And the one we're going to do now is we are going to do the card Life's a Journey with the sailboat. So sailboat, we're missing this beautiful scene on the back. So I'll show you how to do that. So with this kit, you get your base, and the bases come like this. They actually come in there this way because they wouldn't fit otherwise. So you unfold it. You've got 3 sections because it's perforated here to fold that part over. But what you do first is you cut the front off. So you can use your trimmer, or I'm just going to use this little cutter. And when you line it up, just make sure, I'll just show you. You can see, can you see? Yeah, there, you can see the score line. Probably easier to see the score line on the back. There's the score line. So it's already scored. So you're basically just going to cut where that score line is, the first section, the part that's already popped out. So I'm just going to, might be easier if I do it upside down because then I can see the line easier. Getting a little bit of a shadow. So you just want to trim where that score line is, or you could just fold at the score line and use your scissors to cut. So just cut right where that score line is. Now we've got the front. Now this is folding the wrong way because of the way it was meant to be. It was folding the wrong way because of the way it was meant to go like this. So what I did is I folded it the other direction. And then, so that's now going to be the inside of our card, and we want to see this seam. So once it's folded that way, we're going to fold back on itself just up to the edge of the line. So folding it back, this is going to create our Z or Z, whichever you want. Same letter of the alphabet, very last letter of the alphabet. So if you don't understand my accent. And you're just going to get your bone folder and burnish that. Now this one works quite well because we've got ocean on all sides, whereas this one didn't work quite as well because it was trees on the back. But this one is going to look quite nice because you can already see the ocean is carrying over, and you can see the shimmer of the water there. So we cut this side off, and that's there. And don't worry about that. That almost looks like it's going out to another another island or something over here on the edge. But when we put this piece on, it's not going to be that noticeable. So the piece you have left, make sure you burnish those score lines really well. So the piece you have left, you're simply going to glue it onto the front. Now you could just put a piece of double-sided tape, just a strip of tape, or you could glue the whole thing to it. It's up to you. And I might stamp my clouds on here before I forget, because with this one, there were some clouds stamped on the original one. See some clouds there? So I'm going to grab the cloud stamp. And I'm going to go with the same colors they had, which was Gorgeous Grape. Goes along with the other colors in the set. So I think I might just stamp some clouds on the folded part. So when it's folded over, you'll see a little bit of clouds peeking out. Might do a little bit of cloud there, and then maybe some clouds on the other side. So let me get my Gorgeous Grape and stamp. Now I found when I did this before that it was quite dark, so to get the subtle look, I stamped off. So I'm going to grab a scrap piece. So that's my scrap piece. You get the card, this piece of card in your kit as well, which is quite good to practice your stamping on if you want, or to stamp off. So I'm just going to stamp off, and then I'm going to kind of see where am I going to be able to see the clouds, right about that section. So I'm just going to give it a nice press. There's the light colored clouds there. Hopefully you can see that. And then I'm just going to put some clouds in another part of the card. Just over there. So I've just got some more clouds there. Okay. And while I have the ink out, I'm going to go ahead and stamp the words. So I'm going to go with the, that doesn't fit. Yeah. I guess I'll stick with Life's a Journey because the other ones don't fit on this piece, but you could use a different piece from one of the other pieces that are left over, but we'll stick with Life's a Journey. Ink it up. So that's Gorgeous Grape, which is the stamp color ink you get with it. And just go straight down. And these embossed, so it's got some gold embossing on it. They come in the kit already, and I've just stamped the words, Life's a Journey there. Put my ink away before I make a mess. Okay, now, as I said, we just stick it down. So I'm just going to do the simple way and just do one piece of tear and tape off the edge. Oh, new roll, I don't know where the end is. There we go. So tear and tape straight down the edge here. You could add a bit more adhesive to, the edges, but it doesn't really matter. You just want to make sure you get it right to the edge on this one. So if you take it right to the edge before you press, I'm using my finger to hold where the edge is. And then you can check the other side. You can also turn it over and check to see you haven't gone over the edge. Okay. Once you're happy with that, give it a press down. Nope, not too happy with that. I did get a bit too, didn't do that very straight. Nice thing with tear and tape, unlike glue, you can usually pull it off gently. There we go. And readjust it if you need to. I see, I didn't fold this over quite as much on the bottom. That's why it's not looking right. So I will adjust that by going to this side. So now I'm lining up the front side to make sure the back. So I'm lining up this front part because I didn't fold over enough on the back. So that's okay. Just line up your top and your bottom. There we go. That lines up better. Okay. So as I said, that part there, even though it was the other side of this, which you never saw because it's on the back of the card, it kind of blends in. You only see that little bit, and when you open it up, it almost looks like, oh, you're going over to another island there. So there's our front bit. And we'll get some twine. So I'll do the same as they have over there with the twine behind. One tip for doing your ribbon, twine, whatever you want to put on the back of something, is put a piece of tear and tape down to hold it in place before you then stick the whole thing down. So I'm putting just a little tear and tape on each edge. So right there. And that edge. Now, the way they have it in the instructions, you would cut a big long piece and then you would wrap it back and forth, back and forth. So you would go like this. So you go like that. That's how it looks in the front. Okay? But there's all this wastage in the back. Now, I don't like wasting, especially if you're not going to see it. So what I do, so we'll see, the amount they have us using is this much. So that's like about 23 centimeters or so, 22 centimeters. Now I'm going to do it slightly different, and let's see if it uses less. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick one end down on the tape, and then I'm going to come back with my loop as if I were going all the way to the other side. But instead of going all the way to the other side, I'm just bringing it straight back up. And snipping it off. So instead of going all the way back, I've only got that little section, but it looks the same out the front, okay? And now I'll do the same on this side. Just a little bit, so the tape holds it in place while you do the rest of it. That's why putting the tape down is a good idea. So I'm just gonna hold that in place, come back, and then just come back up and snip. There you go. So that uses far less twine than if I had just gone all the way through, because I've basically cut out the middleman. Ha ha ha. So there's no twine in the middle there. There's just the bits sticking out the end. So that way you use less twine and then you have more left over for other things, but it looks exactly the same on the front. Nobody knows. All right, now that's going to be stuck on the front here. Now on this one, when you stick it down, you've got to watch out that you don't have any dimensionals showing through the part in the back when you open it like that. This one, because this whole section is covered, we don't have to be as careful. So where's my dimensionals gone? And to help hold it in place, if you put a dimensional right over your thread, drop it on there if you want. That just helps to hold it in place even more. So you've got the tape holding it in place, and then you've got dimensionals sitting right over it as well. And that's just going to go there. And just pop that. Should have thought about that before I put the clouds on, but that's okay. So just pop it there. And then we have our boat. So, two options here. I could have the boat in the background, and you just, but that looks a bit silly with the water going over the boat. Or I can have the boat there. Now I got to keep in mind, how's it going to look when it opens up? Where's the boat going to sit? As well as, you don't want to put adhesive on the part, this part, because it'll stick down. So I just want a couple little bits on half of it. So I'll just if you use your mini dimensionals, or you just cut your other dimensionals in half, they work quite well. And let's see, this one might not be skinny enough, so I'm just going to snip that dimensional a little skinnier. Your mini dimensionals that come in the pack would be perfect. They're just the right size. Okay. So I've only put them on one half of it because it's only going to stick on one half of the card. And then I'm just going to decide about where to put it. Put it so it looks like it's on a bit of that water there. And then just check I don't have any dimensionals sticking out the back, and there you go. So that's done. So it was quick and easy, just like this one. But this one here, you open it up and you're not seeing the rest of the water. This one, with the modified Z-fold, you just open it the one way and you get to see the same scene. So that basically looks like the same scene at the front. But you also get to see the rest of the water. So as you can see, that's your same scene, and you get to see the rest of the water when it's standing up on display. And then you can write your message on the back of the card. So there you go. That's a alternative version for the kit, which was called The Best Destination. So that's your alternative for that kit. And there's the alternative with the car. And the alternative with the train. Now, if you don't have that kit and you want to give it a go at a Z-fold, I'll show you another card. So for this version, you can do a Z-fold any type of card you want, but with the pop-out front, it really makes it look really good because you're looking through the card at everything. So here's another one. This is made with the online exclusive Garden Meadow collection suite. And so here we go. I did emboss the brick, but the cutout is from the dies, the Garden Meadow dies. So there's the dies there, and there's a cutout to give you a peek through. And then the stamps are there. And so I also stamped the flowers, and then on the inside I stamped the quail. There's dies for cutting those out. And there's also a selection of lovely scenes, like watercolor scenes called Meandering Meadows. Lots of different scenes that you can have for your meadow. So it's a beautiful set. Have a look online. Lots of different scenes there. And then the back side are just different colors on the back. But you can have lots of scenes. Now this is 6 by 6 inch cards, designer series paper, which is bigger than the card is. So if you want to take advantage and see all the designer series paper, a Z fold, so there's our Z right there, Z, is a good one to do. So I cut it basically 5 centimeters or 2 inches on the two sides, and then I have the leftover piece. So it opens the same way as the other ones. We have our peek through, we're looking through at a meadow, and then it opens this way and you get to see the full meadow, and you get to see some quail. There, if you open this way, you see there's a little pathway going through. This collection also comes with some adhesive back dragonflies and birds. So I put one bird up there. And again, when it stands, it stands like the other ones. So you can actually see when it's standing on the table or on your counter, you can see through the little opening to the images. All right, so I hope you enjoyed that. The Funfold Z Fold, and also along with that, an alternative for the kit. Make sure that you click subscribe to see more videos in the near future. So every month, myself and every other demonstrators around the world get together to do these the video hops based on different themes. So this is a Funfold theme. Make sure you look in the description to hop over to some of the other videos to see what kind of fun folds they've got in store for you. And I hope you've enjoyed that. Please give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you next time. Bye!